Okay, this topic will be more about gym related. So if you're interested in about a split that you might be wanting to try, I'm going to share my split. You know. So first of all, the first thing I want to say is always try to do cardio 20 minutes, 5, 6 times a week. That's the first thing. Okay. I really believe that either you're bulking or you're cutting, doing cardio is pretty important for you. So I just add it all the time. So now for my split. So for the first day I have back and tris. I mostly start with triceps and then I do back, tris, tris. So how many sets I do in total per muscle? There's 6. I do 3 exercise of each muscle. So it is 2 sets in per exercise until I get to 6. Now, I always add something extra, as it is doing abs, as it is doing my lower back, as it is doing my forearms, as it is doing my calves. This is muscles that normally we can really do pretty easily, and it doesn't really take time. And I only do 4 sets, or even 2 sometimes. So yeah, so for the first day, the main thing is back and tris, and the other ones I just choose depending on how I'm feeling. The next day I have is chest and biceps. I start with chest, incline chest, and the same thing. It's just 6 sets. I do 3 exercises, and at the end I choose again another muscle that I said before. It can be traps, it can be neck, it can be your forearms, it can be your calves. All these types of muscles that, as I said before, it's pretty easy to train. The other day I have legs and shoulders. Now, so people they say that you're not pushing as hard if you're doing legs and shoulders. I don't actually believe that. I believe you have a structured plan, and if you know how your body feels, and you're pushing yourself to the limit, and you actually know that you're doing, you're gonna progress it up a little. So that's the only thing that matters. If you're feeling good, you're feeling better. I feel I have pretty, nice shoulders. Like, they're not the best, but still you're working. So I stick to that. The other thing is I rest in the next day. The next day I do is arms. That normally is a Friday. That's why Fridays are my favorite, because I do arms and then just get home, go to sleep, repeat, and that's life. But anyways, I do arms, so that's triceps and biceps, and I do a little bit of shoulders. When I say shoulders, for example, normally for real delts, I always train. Obviously, I feel like you need to have exercise for specific real delts, and I do them too whenever I feel like. But I do it constantly, like probably 4 times per week, because it's small. You just need 2 sets, and sometimes I do 3, sometimes I do 4, and you don't really get fatigue that muscle. And the other thing, the last day is chest and back. I personally like doing chest and back. I've been doing it for a while. It's the best thing you can ever do. Probably not. Probably you can be investing in other split with this. You can implement again by back and tris. I don't really know, but this is what I like to do, and I share it. Okay, and the last day is leg day, just plain leg day, plus a little bit of abs. That's it. That's the whole split. As I say, I normally do cardio. I really have focus on making the good choices for myself outside the gym, so inside the gym I can improvise or just progressive as much as I want. Okay, because this is the outside things that we do that either help us to get results inside the gym or not.